You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
Home of the biggest hits. 24/7. 365 days a year. all the latest news and breaking headlines. Live from your local radio station. This is On the Hour News.
Hello. Here are some of the news making headlines, internationally according to The Guardian, today. Visit theguardian.com for more clarity. 6 Russian tourists are dead after a submarine sank in the Red Sea, Egyptian officials say. The incident took place near the popular Egyptian Red Sea resort of Hurghada. The Russian consulate in Hurghada said the submarine, named Sindbad, had 45 Russian tourists on board in addition to crew members. The consulate initially said 4 people had died but did not specify if they were Russian, Reuters reported. 6 people have died, and 9 others are injured after the tourist submarine sank in Hurghada, 2 municipal officials said. The Associated Press reported that the officials were speaking on condition of anonymity because they were not authorized to brief the media. The incident, involving a recreational vessel operated by Sindbad submarines, occurred in waters opposite Hurghada's Marriott Hotel Resort. Citing municipal officials, Reuters and the Associated Press reported that 6 foreigners, whose nationalities were still unknown at the time, had died. It was not immediately clear what caused the submarine to sink. The Russian embassy in Egypt has since said that all of the tourists on board the submarine were Russian. It said 45 passengers were on board the vessel, including children, in a Facebook post. The local governorate's office told Reuters that all of those confirmed dead were foreign citizens, while survivors had been transported by ambulance to several hospitals in the city. Emergency crews were able to rescue 29 people, according to a statement released by the governorate. Many tourist companies have stopped or limited travel on the Red Sea due to the dangers from conflicts in the region. The Sindbad Club's website says it offers short tourist trips in 2 submarines that it operates, which have a maximum depth range of 25 meters. According to the website, its submarines allow tourists to experience the beauty of the Red Sea's underwater world without getting wet. 6 Russian tourists have died, and 39 people have been rescued after a submarine sank near the resort of Hurghada. This is the latest in a series of fatal accidents involving tourists on Egypt's Red Sea coast. 4 survivors, including at least 1 child, were admitted to intensive care, according to an official statement. Sports news today. Kevin Campbell, the late, great striker, secured his place in Everton folklore with the winning goal against Liverpool in the 1999 Merseyside derby at Anfield. I didn't have a great time at university. Academically, it was fine. I got in, earned a 2-1 in history, and graduated. But socially, I struggled. There were various reasons for that, many of which were definitely my fault, like joining 0 societies, joining the university magazine but writing 0 articles, and what happened on my first night there. It was approximately 6 p.m. on Monday, September 27, 1999. I was back in my dormitory after registering for my courses, checking out the library, and buying my first pint of milk and loaf of bread from the campus shop. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. It was Daniel, the young man from the next room, and he was standing alongside 2 girls I had never seen before, but who were very attractive. Technology news today. Elon Musk's ex-AI firm buys social media platform X for $33 billion. Specifics of deal remain unclear, including how X's leaders will be integrated into new company. Elon Musk's ex-AI artificial intelligence firm has acquired Musk's X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, for $33 billion, marking the latest twist in the billionaire's rapid consolidation of power. The all-stock deal announced on Friday combines 2 of Musk's multiple portfolio companies, which also include automaker Tesla and SpaceX, and potentially eases Musk's ability to train his AI model known as Grok. Elon Musk's ex-AI artificial intelligence firm has acquired X, the social media platform formerly known as Twitter, for $33 billion, marking the latest twist in the billionaire's rapid consolidation of power. The all-stock deal, announced on Friday, combines two of Musk's multiple portfolio companies, which also include automaker Tesla and SpaceX, and potentially eases Musk's ability to train his AI model known as Grok.
Good day, esteemed listeners of Emmachev Radio. Our heartfelt gratitude for tuning in. Your presence is a testament to our commitment to inspire and empower. Today, we offer you a nugget of wisdom to ignite the fire within. The greatest glory lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Embrace this truth, dear listeners, for in the face of adversity, resilience is the key to unlocking your true potential. Let this quote be a beacon of hope, encouraging you to persevere through life's challenges. Remember, Emmachev Radio is with you on this journey of growth and self-discovery. Stay tuned for more inspiration and empowering content.
Are you drowning in paperwork? Struggling with outdated accounting systems, manual processes, legacy systems? They're holding your business back. Introducing Rockeye Financial Accounting, the financial accounting solution designed for excellence. Experience seamless transactions, flawless processing, and unmatched efficiency. Rockeye Financial Accounting streamlines your workflows, automating tedious tasks and freeing up your team. Gain real-time financial insights and unparalleled visibility into your business. Make smarter decisions, faster, with comprehensive analytics and AI-driven forecasting. From core accounting modules to advanced features like multi-company management, budgeting, and seamless integration, Rockeye Financial Accounting has you covered. Whether you're in e-commerce, construction, healthcare, manufacturing, retail, or beyond, Rockeye Financial Accounting adapts to your specific industry needs. Unlock tangible results, increased efficiency, reduced errors, improved visibility, scalable growth, and faster data-driven decisions. Empower your team and collaborate seamlessly with Rockeye Financial Accounting. From CFOs to accountants and auditors, everyone benefits. Stop struggling with outdated systems. Embrace the future of finance with Rockeye Financial Accounting. For more information, send an email to rockeye@emmachev.com.
You are listening to Emmachev Radio.
The Lion and the Gnat by Reverend Albert E. Sims. Far away in Central Africa, that vast land where dense forests and wild beasts abound, the shades of night were once more descending, warning all creatures that it was time to seek repose. All day long the sun had been like a great burning eye, but now, after painting the western sky with crimson and scarlet and gold, he had disappeared into his fleecy bed. The various creatures of the forest had sought their holes and resting places. The last sound had rumbled its rumble, the last bee had mumbled its mumble, and the last bear had grumbled his grumble. Even the grasshoppers that had been chirping through all the long hours without a pause, at length had ceased their shrill music, tucked up their long legs, and given themselves to slumber. There, on a nodding grass blade, a tiny gnat had made a swinging couch, and he too had folded his wings, closed his tiny eyes, and was fast asleep. Darker, darker, darker became the night, until the darkness could almost be felt, and over all was a solemn stillness, as though some powerful finger had been raised, and some potent voice had whispered, "Hush." Just when all was perfectly still, there came suddenly from the far-away depths of the forest, like the roll of thunder, a mighty roar. In a moment, all the beasts and birds were wide awake, and the poor little gnat was nearly frightened out of his little senses, and his little heart went pit-a-pat. He rubbed his little eyes with his feelers, and then peered all around, trying to penetrate the deep gloom as he whispered in terror, "What was that?" What do you think it was? Yes, a lion, a great, big lion who, while most other denizens of the forest slept, was out hunting for prey. He came rushing and crashing through the thick undergrowth of the forest, swirling his long tail and opening wide his great jaws, and as he rushed, he roared. Presently he reached the spot where the little gnat hung panting at the tip of the waving grass blade. Now the little gnat was not afraid of lions, so when he saw it was only a lion, he cried out, "Hi! Stop! Stop! What are you making that horrible noise about?" The lion stopped short, then backed slowly and regarded the gnat with scorn. "Why, you tiny, little, mean, insignificant creature, you! How dare you speak to me?" he raged. "How dare I speak to you?" repeated the gnat quietly. "By the virtue of right, which is always greater than might. Why don't you keep to your own part of the forest? What right have you to be here disturbing folks at this time of night?" By a mighty effort the lion restrained his anger. He knew that to obtain mastery over others one must be master over himself. "What right?" he repeated in dignified tones. "Because I'm king of the forest. That's why. I can do no wrong, for all the other creatures of the forest are afraid of me. I do what I please. I say what I please. I eat whom I please. I go where I please, simply because I'm king of the forest." "But who told you you were king?" demanded the gnat. "Just answer me that." "Who told me?" roared the lion. "Why, everyone acknowledges it. Don't I tell you that everyone is afraid of me?" "Indeed," cried the gnat disdainfully. "Pray, don't say all, for I'm not afraid of you, and further, I deny your right to be king." Well, this was too much for the lion. He now worked himself into a perfect fury. You deny my right as king?" "I do. And what is more, you shall never be king until you have fought and conquered me." The lion laughed, a great lion laugh, and a lion laugh cannot be laughed at like a cat laugh, as everyone ought to know. "Fight? Did you say fight?" he asked. "Who ever heard of a lion fighting a gnat? Here, out of my way, you atom of nothing. I'll blow you to the other end of the world." But though the lion puffed his cheeks until they were like great bellows, and then blew with all his might, he could not disturb the little gnat's hold on the swaying grass blade. "You'll blow all your whiskers away if you're not careful," he said with a laugh, "but you won't move me. And if you dare leave this spot without fighting me, I'll tell all the beasts of the forest that you are afraid of me, and they'll make me king." "Ha, ha, ha!" roared the lion. "Very well. Since you will fight, let it be so." "You agree to the conditions, then? The one who conquers shall be king?" "Oh, certainly," laughed the lion, for he expected an easy victory. "Are you ready?" "Quite ready." "Then go!" roared the lion, and with that he sprang forward with open jaws, thinking he could easily swallow 1,000,000 gnats. But just as the great jaws were about to close upon the blade of grass whereto the gnat clung, what should happen but that the gnat suddenly spread his wings and nimbly flew, where do you think, right into one of the lion's nostrils. And there he began to sting, sting, sting. The lion wondered and thundered and blundered, but the gnat went on stinging. He foamed, and he moaned, and he groaned, and still the gnat went on stinging. He rubbed his head on the ground in agony. He swirled his tail in furious passion. He roared, he spluttered, he sniffed, he snuffed, and still the gnat went on stinging. "Oh, my poor nose, my nose, my nose!" the lion began to moan. "Come down, come down, come down, my nose, my nose, my nose! You're king of the forest, you're king, only come down! My nose, my nose, my nose!" So at last the gnat flew out from the lion's nostril and went back to his waving grass blade, while the lion slunk away into the depths of the forest with his tail between his legs, beaten, and by a tiny gnat. "What a fine fellow am I, to be sure!" exclaimed the gnat as he proudly plumed his wings. "I've beaten a lion! A lion! Dear me, I ought to have been king long ago. I'm so clever, so big, so strong. Oh!" The gnat's frightened cry was caused by finding himself entangled in some silky sort of threads. While gloating over his victory,